Alright, this step I'm going to do a little cleanup of the wheels right here. I mean, they look pretty nice, but you know, got just little bits of rust here and there, particularly down in like this area. And geez, that's a pretty bad spot. Well, I'm going to hit all the wheels. Decades ago, I had these things powder coated. This isn't the correct color, and but they should clean up pretty well. A little bit of dust. And I got some just standard spray paint. Throw it on there and see how it looks. Well, it looks to me like the rust down in the crack is worse than I thought it was going to be. So, of course, I got the Dremel out, and I think I've got some stuff in the Dremel kit that can get down in that crack. But it certainly isn't going to succumb to. A piece of sandpaper isn't going to get the job done down in that, down those cracks. All right, it's another day, and I spent some time working some of the surface rust off. But you get down in that crack right there. That's just not happening. So it's time to use a different method. And I started thinking, how am I going to get that crud out there? And then it dawns on you, wait a minute, I'm going to use the same technique I would have used to get the rust out of the gas tank. Which means I need a chemical reaction. So if you go to the internet, you'll see a lot of people using white vinegar and salt to get rid of rust. And it's the same thing I would have done on the gas tank. So I'm just going to fill this lip up with a little white vinegar, toss in a little sprinkle of salt, go with it, and then I'll start massaging it around. Just give it time. Why use the physical power? Let the chemical reaction do the work for us. That may not look like much, but I got a little bit of vinegar in there, and I'm just kind of mixing the salt in right now, and get that mixed in. Let this sit for a while, and since all we're going to do is let it sit, I may as well go fishing. You know, wife's going to take off with the kids for a bit. Or at least one of my kids. Mother-in-law is coming into town, so wife's going to get mother-in-law, and that'll give me an opportunity to maybe go catch a fish. So it sat there for I don't know, I gave it 4 maybe 5 hours of salt and acid down here in the crack, and it is tremendously better than it used to be. So I'm real happy with that. There's a spot. Let me see if I can get this in here. Alright, right there. It looks to me like the guys who did this, who powder coated originally, did not do a good job of getting the powder coat around that valve stem. Just too bad. So anyway, that's the worst spot right there. And I got one other thing I'm going to do, because I'm not real happy with all the rust that's down in that crack. You know, I hate to say it, maybe it won't work, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to shove some bondo down in there. And not a lot, just enough to get down there into the crack, the part of the crack that you just flat out cannot get into. Then it's not going to paint right, it's not going to take primer right. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. This is wheel number 2. This one's in a lot better shape than the other one. Comparable down toward the middle, but there's the other rust areas on the other one were worse. And the outer rim of this one's in much better shape. This one hasn't really been horribly bent, beat on like this one. Look how bent that is. Long story that goes with that, I think. Anyway, I'm going to get this one right here cleaned up with some acid, and then I will attempt to see how it goes with the bondo. So there it is. We got a little vinegar and salt down there in the hole. A nylon brush to help things along a little bit. Anyway, it's enough for right now on this thing. Let it sit for a few hours. So here's rim number 2. I let this thing sit overnight. I just took it and rinsed it off in a hose a little bit. Been kind of drying it here. and it's an awful lot better than it used to be. Trying to think if we can see any bad spots on it. I think the worst spots were down in that area. Well, it's not too bad. It's better than the other one. Anyway, I'm going to let it sit here in the sun and let it totally dry off for a bit. Take it from there.